Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota. And in this video, I wanted to talk to you all, like I said, a little bit longer regarding to the game that we played against Rangers, because there were a bunch of things that I would like to talk about, because there are certain things that must be fixed before the season starts. I mean, it's gonna be crucial for Real Madrid to fix a bunch of things before to get started with the season, because otherwise, man, it's gonna be a very tough year, a very long year for us, because what we have seen in this game, it has been pretty much the same errors, I mean the same mistakes we have committed in the past over the last 4 years. And to me, there's no a better perspective from what I have seen in this game. For example, let's go side by side, area by area, or part by part, because if we start talking about the defense, in my opinion, the defense was the worst side of the squad today, the worst part, man, and no doubt about that. I mean, the first 45 minutes, what we saw, it was a team who was the Rangers, of course, that they wanted to win the game since the beginning. They were super intense, they were super powerful, trying to overrun Real Madrid every single time. We were overplayed by Rangers every single minute of the first 45 minutes of the first half, and we didn't even have a chance to, try to get rid of that pressure and try to get away with the ball, try to create something, try to create some danger in the rival area or something like that. We didn't, man. We didn't have a single chance to create any single chance to score. So if you think about the first 45 minutes, it was not only that. I mean, what I saw in the first 45 minutes, and especially in the defense line, it was pretty much the players were completely misplaced. They were completely disorganized. They didn't know what to do. They didn't even know what is next. I mean, it was like it was like, okay, what do we have to do now? I mean, what is next? I mean, it was like trying to hold back every single time, the players were placed, we were completely locked down in our own side by the intensity of Rangers. I mean, there was no chance for us to get rid of that. So the first 45 minutes, we really went through a very hard time, a very tough 45 minutes that, in my opinion, were completely for Rangers, who dominated completely the game. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Even, every single person who saw the game will think the same way. Rangers were completely, I don't know, they were extra motivated or something. I don't know what Gerrard did to them, man, but these guys looked really, looked really intense, looked really sharp. They really wanted to win the game. And that is exactly the opposite thing what we saw in the Real Madrid side. What we saw, it was pretty much players that they really didn't know what to do. Odriozola and Marcelo were completely lost. Marcelo is just a mess, man. This guy doesn't have the level enough to keep playing for Real Madrid. And while Rangers were all the time dominating the game, controlling the ball, creating chances, unlocking the defense every single time, finding the gaps to go through, carrying the ball up, pushing up, they were super sharp, man. They were kind of inspired completely in the game. They were completely in the game. They were 100% concentrated in the game. That is what I saw. In Real Madrid, I didn't see a single thing really similar to the Rangers, man. We were completely disorganized, like I said. We were running out of ideas all the time. No creativity enough, no creativity at all, better said. And no ideas. We were playing kind of, super wide open with no connection between the lines. No a single player able to carry the ball up from the midfield to all the way to the attack, or even from the defense line from the third quarter to go through with the ball. Impossible completely. There was no a single player able to do that. For example, Isco Alarcón, as usual, he was moving the ball around, but sideways all the time. You know, this kind of safety moves that he normally does, and that's why we don't like anymore Isco Alarcon, because he doesn't carry the ball, you know, super vertical, trying to build up a super powerful and quick counter attack or something like that. For example, the goal, if you analyze the goal a little bit, is when Martin Odegaard gets the ball and then he carries the ball up all the way to the attack, and then he passes to Rodrigo Goes, who finishes the play, which is good because that is what he is supposed to do in Real Madrid. I mean, Martin Odegaard is the kind of player, is the kind of midfielder who is able to carry the ball all the way up and then pass it or assist to some of the forwards, and then these ones, the forwards, has to finish the play. You know what I'm saying? But today it was just the goal. That's it. No more chances like that. No more, you know, plays like that. Completely different. It was all the time Isco Alarcon who was, you know, moving the ball sideways with no danger, with no depth at all. Sometimes when you see a player who is able to carry the ball, he goes all the way to the bottom, so go deep into the rival area, and then he has the chance to create something. But these guys, they were unable completely, and that was the first 45 minutes. I mean, the best player of Real Madrid in the first 45 minutes, it was Andre Lunin, the goalkeeper. When your goalkeeper is the best player of your squad, then you have a problem. Then you know that you have a big problem, because it is supposed to be the kind of team, I'm talking about Real Madrid, it is supposed to be the kind of team who is supposed to be attacking all the time, pressing up high, super intense, things like that. That is exactly what we didn't see today. And that is what I'm missing right now. That is more of the same mistakes we committed in the past, and we should fix right now, because otherwise, man, there will be no chance for us in this season. I mean, what is going to happen when you have to play with Chelsea or PSG or Bayern Munich, super intense teams that really know what to do every single... I mean, when it comes to timing, these players really dominate the timing, and they know exactly what they have to do at every single moment. And Real Madrid was all the time, it's more of the same old song, man. It was all the time moving the ball around with no ideas. I mean, there was no a single player able to do something really, you know, outstanding or something like that. The only one to me, I mean, aside of Lunin, it was Rodrigo Goes, who not only scored the goal, but he tried a couple more times to score, to create chances, to get away with the ball, trying one-on-one situations, trying to unlock the defense, find gaps, and, you know, this kind of things. This kind of disruptive passes or things like that, but that was the only one. Rodrigo Goes, because if you want to talk about Luka Jovic, it's gonna be the same. This guy did nothing, literally nothing. And when it comes to Marcelo and the defense, and I will be throwback again, it is the same, man. I mean, Marcelo Goes, he shouldn't play anymore for Real Madrid. He doesn't have the level to play in Real Madrid, and we love Marcelo, but the problem is when you show off this kind of poor level, man, you shouldn't be in the squad. You shouldn't be starting 11. And when regarding to Alvaro Odriozola, let me tell you what, some people are very upset with Alvaro Odriozola, but let me tell you something. When he had to move the ball, when he had to act like a winger, he did much better things than when he had to play as a right back, because today he was supposed to be the right back. But to me, Alvaro Odriozola, and this is something I've been talking about for a long time, Alvaro Odriozola is not the same player than Dani Carvajal. So Alvaro Odriozola is not a right back, it's a completely different story. So nothing to do with that. And when it comes to Nacho, okay, it was okay. I mean, he was sent off to the locker room, red card, and okay, he did a, you know, good job. I mean, not bad, good job. For example, Victor Chust, it was not his day, man. He really didn't convince anybody. I mean, he was not the game for him today. So, and he finally got injured. I don't know what is going to happen with this guy. And the injury, he had something in the hamstring, so he had to come off the field. He was replaced, and then more players. For example, Antonio Blanco, he was not bad. And then Isco Alarcon, I told you, Isco Alarcon. I mean, there's nothing we have to talk about this Alarcón that we haven't said yet. I mean, we have speak about this Alarcón for a long time, for a while. We have talked about this Alarcón a lot of things, and we know everything about this guy. And we know what this guy is all about. Is safety passes, no danger, moving the ball sideways, that's it. Odegaard, he started okay when he passed the ball to Rodrigo Goes to score the first goal. It was good because he was really able to get the ball in the midfield and then carry the ball up all the way to the attack. And he was, you know, in the last pass, he was great because he picked the best option, that it was Rodrigo Goes to score the goal. But that's it. The rest of the game, he was completely lost. And the same thing for Lucas Vázquez, and the same thing for Luka Jovic. I mean, Lucas Vázquez lost the ball, and then is when I think that is when Rangers scored the first goal, or even it was the 2-1. I mean, I don't know. And Kent, the player of Rangers, it was a real nightmare for the defense of Real Madrid, man. We are going to drink with this guy. I mean, this guy was nuts. Super intense guy. He was trying all the time to steal the ball and chasing players and, you know, pressing up high, and super powerful player. I mean, that is the kind of player we are supposed to have in our squad. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we are not even close to that. I mean, no intense, no discipline, no determination, no creativity at all, no verticality, not even one of the things we are supposed to have in the squad. So we better fix all these kind of things before the season is begun, because otherwise, man, it's gonna be very bad for Real Madrid. Because these players for Rangers are from Scotland. I mean, they are not supposed to be the top one in the, you know, European soccer spectrum or things like that. But man, we have a lot of work to be done in the next few weeks. So let's see, man. Just now comment in the section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned in the channel, because I'm uploading videos every once, you know, I mean, maybe 2 or 3 videos a day, 4 videos a day. So stay tuned in the channel, and of course, see you tomorrow, guys. See you in the next video.